Hey Leute, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The Legend of Yours, Trace of Cold Steel. Das letzte Mal sind wir stehen geblieben, nachdem wir das Kapitel abgeschlossen haben. Nord, wir wollen jetzt mit unseren Leuten abhängen. Crow hat hier nichts, ne? Das heißt... Wir haben ja immer Uses Sarah. Gaius waren wir schon. Machen wir Uses und Markias. There you are, my boy. Tea is your considerable quality. You're looking pretty comfortable. Have you been coming here often lately? You might say that. I've been caught up in some bothersome circumstances, as it were. Oh? Well, pay it no mind. There's nothing but a trifle, really. Wonder what's going on. Maybe we should ask him. Yes. You know, you can always come to me if you've got something lying on your mind, Eustace. I'm willing to listen or help out or whatever you need. I really meant it when I said it was just a trifle. But that said, having you around may make things easier when they arrive. Eustace casually invited Reem to join him for a cup of tea, and together they sat down to relax. Nothing's more relaxing than a good cup of tea. I'm kind of surprised you treated me, though. Think nothing of it. Consider it an advance payment of sorts. See, that sounds ominous when I don't know what you're paying me for. And here they come now. Der Fanclub, ne? Oder wieder eine Einladung. Good day, it appears our path has crossed once again. Is this one of your friends from Class 7? That he is. They're upper class second years from what I can tell. If you have business with me, I'd appreciate if you made it brief. Well, how shall I put this? You just want to ask you once again if you'd be interested in accompanying us to the salon. Oh, now I get it. As I've told you before, I'm afraid I have little interest in spending the day being pampered. And as you can see, I have a prior arrangement with a friend of mine. I see, well, terribly sorry to interrupt. But should you have a change of heart, we would love to see you there. If you could even bring a friend along if you'd like. The class second year slouched off towards the salon with a look of disappointment on their faces. Der hat Glückssache, kann uns mitbringen, weil wir vom Baron Schwarzer sind. So, I see people started inviting you up to the salon again. Indeed, while I was able to dissuade them for a while, it seems as though they've all steeled themselves for another salvo. I found that the haughtier the noble is, the easier and more satisfying it is to reject the invitation. Finding the words to decline more subdued ones like the ones we just spoke is much more difficult. So you use me as an excuse to keep them away. Clever. I don't think those two had any ulterior motives, though. They just looked like they wanted to talk to you. If that were the case, then there would be no reason to invite me to the salon, now would there? Inviting you someplace exclusive is probably tied to their noble pride. People have probably started inviting you again because you're not as hard to approach as you used to be. So this all comes back to you then? Yeah, I don't know about that. But more importantly, why don't you take them up in their office sometime? The salon might be full of snooty people, but I'm sure you'll be more student like them who simply want to talk to you. Perhaps I will if the motivation strikes. But you'll be accompanying me if I do. Sure? Yeah. I wanted to our boy Elliot, but he's at no. Okay. There he is, boy. Maybe I'd be better off with a less formal tone. Hey there, Marcus, what you up to? But what should I write? I'm just drawing a blank here. I don't even think he heard me as he's studying. He's not writing his notebook, though. So I try to get his attention? Yes. Hey, Marcus! Whoa, you almost gave him a heart attack. When did you get here, Reen? Just wondering what you're up to. Reen, wir sollten mal aus dem Weg gehen. Ich glaube, die Bedienung möchte hier durch. Oh, is that a postcard? Don't look, please. Oh, they're writing up a submission for a radio show. There's no point in hiding it now that you've seen it, yes. I want to submit an entry for the campaign the program's running that lines up with the summer festival. But as you saw, I got a bit carried away trying to make it something worth actually sending in. And I think for a radio buff, to be honest. Let's see here. Reed took a look at what Marcus wrote. Don't just read someone's writing without the permission. Why not? I'm not going to make fun of you for it. Probably. Let's see. Hi, Misty. Big fan of the show. Oh, neat. It's for Abend time. Wait, you're familiar? Sure, I've been a fan for a long time now. Misty's got a great voice, doesn't she? She really does. I practically fell in love from the very first syllable. I can't believe I had a fellow fan so close the entire time. Just talk to... What's his name again? Rex? Nah, not Rex. Monk. Just talk to Monk. I don't think we're the only ones either. People have been spreading the word. It's a shame our field study runs through the summer festival though, isn't it? Yeah. Well, when I was younger, I used to go along every year with... What's with the sudden silence? Sorry, it's nothing. Either way, we'll just have to focus on our field study and put the summer festival out of our minds. It's a shame, but I guess you're right. Here's hoping Misty reads his submission on the air, though. You said you wouldn't make fun of me. We didn't. Yeah. So, dann ist das aus dem Weg. Ja, ich kann verkosten nochmal. Bridget und Fidelio. Just Bridget. Class dormitory. I see. You're Bridget from class 2, right? If so, I'm here to help with the request that you sent it to the student council. That's me, alright? And you're Reen from class 7? Now that we've established that we know each other, let's get down to business. Can you get started right now? I sure can. Ask away. Phew, thank you. So you wrote that you're having some issues with your childhood friend? That's right, Alan from class 4 to be specific. We're from the same town and we used to go to Sunday school together. I ended up having to leave that school though, and I never saw him after that, so that's why I was so happy to run into him again, but... I see where this is going. You're an upper class student though, aren't you? I'm surprised you were childhood friends with someone who, well, isn't. What, is it that weird? Well, I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's pretty rare, isn't it? Well, it's true that nobles and commoners don't have many opportunities to interact with one another in Erebonia. I'm just the daughter of a baron though, so our family isn't all that influential. My father was never one to put much importance on social standing either. He even let me attend Sunday school on my own since it was close enough to home. That would explain it. I guess your dad's kind of like mine. So what exactly would you like me to do? You said you weren't sure what you were thinking. Well, I'm not sure why, but Alan's been doing everything he can to avoid me ever since we met up again here. He just gives me the cold shoulder whenever I try to speak to him too. That's not good. Any idea why he might be acting like this? Not at all, which is why I'm so worried. I haven't done anything that could have offended him the few times we've talked. And it's not like he'd have some grudge from when we were younger either. We got along so well back then that we used to play together all the time. It would be one thing if he just avoiding me, but he started treating me like some sort of nuisance. As far as I can tell, something seems to have happened to him at the fencing club. Those could definitely be related. Either way, seems like the quickest solution is to ask Alan himself. Slow down for a sec. Don't worry, I'm not just going to walk right up to him and ask him directly. But he might be more willing to open up to another guy about it. I'll go talk to him and try and figure out what's going through his head. Well then, thank you. Look, I better go find him. Actually, before I do you know if he'll be at the fencing club today? Most likely, yes. You'll probably find him in the training hall. Got it. Before you go, Reen, please promise to tell me everything you managed to get out of him. If I'm to blame here, I'd rather know. Please don't hide that from me. I won't, I promise. Okay, Jim? Jim. Genau. Excuse me, I'm looking for a guy named Alan. He's supposed to be a member of this club, but is he off today or something? Not with my permission, at least. He didn't even mention he'd be out today. Oh? In other words, he's skipping practice. Got a feeling I know where he is, though. I see where exactly are you thinking? I checked the field if I were you. Unlike Patrick, I don't actually care about this club. His chances are he's skipping practice so he can turn his own. Well then, now that we mentioned it, Patrick isn't either. That's not really an excuse, but I find it hard to blame him after what happened. Come to think of it, what did happen here last month? I'd only heard rumors. I'd rather not dig this stuff up, but both of them are skipping today, so what the hell? Truth is, Alan and Patrick faced off last month. Patrick, being the slimy little scumbag he is, made a show out of holding back, then still beat Alan down. It was humiliating, crushed all of Alan's confidence right out of him. I don't doubt it. That's why I'm letting him off easy for now. I'd like to see him bounce back from this though. Tell you what, if you got some business with Alan, do us a favor and tell him to drop by. I mean, you don't have to do if you don't want to, but we'd appreciate it. Of course, I'll be sure to tell him if I have the chance. Yep. Field. Alan! Good boy! You're the guy from class 7, right? Do you have some business with me or something? No, nothing like that. I saw you training out here and was pretty impressed, that's all. That said, you seem a little hesitant and it's getting in the way of your form. And what makes you think you can just shout and criticize me? Is it because you're noble? Yeah, that's right, I've heard about you. Should a high and mighty noble like you even talk to a lowly common like me, or do we get a pass from its condescension? That stuff has never really bothered me. It seems like this guy has a noble-shaped chip on his shoulder. Putting our baggage aside for now, you came here to train, didn't you? How about you try me for a while? Me? Train with you? Yeah, it's a chance to practice in a way you wouldn't normally. I'm sure you'd find it beneficial. What do you say? Well, I don't know what you're planning, but if it'll make me stronger, then I'm on board. I wouldn't say no to some big fancy noble who took the time out of his busy day to ask me anyway. Okay, I'll get everything ready. I wonder if Instructor Sarah will let me borrow one of the combat shells. Bean called Instructor Sarah and she gave him permission to use a combat shell. You guys used this thing in class 7, right? Are you seriously going to fight it? Looks a little intimidating, but it makes for great training, I promise. So I'll take point for now, so feel free to attack as often as you'd like. Right.
Bring it on!
LMD is the finishing blow. Alan is conscious of the battle sound.
Here we go!
So there's more scanning now. Oops.
My turn! Arcus!
Any S-craft? No, that's what you think.
My turn! Go! Arcus!
Kann ich ja Alan hochhalten.
Go! All right. Go!
Kann ich eigentlich? Nein, kann ich nicht. Schade.
My turn. My turn. Sing. Here we go. Arcus. Act. Go. Arcus. My turn. All right.
Okay.
My turn.
Okay, gut, der ist jetzt raus aus seinem Ding. Also ich kann wieder angreifen und gewinnen. Yeah, bonus AP for me. Did we win? You bet we did. That's surprising after the last attack of yours. That was a sight to behold. Thanks. I feel like I've got my confidence back now, at least a little bit of it. Good to hear. What's the matter? I feel kind of bad about all the flake I gave you earlier, that's all. I mean, you know, all the high and mighty noble stuff. Oh, don't worry about it. But there's some reason you got so caught up in that. It's embarrassing to say out loud, but envy, I guess. I used to be offered almost everything I did, sports, study, and anything you can think of, still am, really. But I knew this noble who was basically my opposite. She could try anything and do it flawlessly. I was always so frustrated by that. All I wanted to do was to be here equal, but no matter what I did, I couldn't manage it. That's a pretty lame reason, huh? Not at all. But that noble you're talking about, it's Bridget, isn't it? How did you know? Sorry, I guess it's time to complain. Green told Anna about Bridget's request. So that's how she felt. Now that I think about it, I really have been acting like a jerk. In your defense, I can sort of understand why you acted that way. Nobody wants to show their weaknesses to somebody to look up to. Not even that I look up to her so much as wanted to just look at me. Huh, what do you mean by... nothing, forget I said anything. So that's the way it is. Anyway, if that's what she sent you here for, I'll go talk to her. Besides, I owe her a personal apology for being so mean to her lately. She needs to know that my issue was myself, not with her. In fact, I'll go do that right now. That's a relief. I hope the two of you can smooth things over. Me too, thanks for all you've done for me today. Yeah. So. No, das war Ding gefunden. Snapped. Photography Club. Ist es in der Student Unit Building oder nochmal in die Bibliothek für ja, Bücher. Müssen wir noch schauen. You must be Fidelia. You sent an advice about the photography club to the student council, right? Yeah, that's me. I'm actually head of the photography club. Given that you're as first year helping on the student council, I suppose that makes you really enough heard about. Guild discharge. I believe you first said something about an issue with a first year club member. Yeah. That's right, I was hoping I could handle it on my own, but it's becoming less and less likely. I really do want to stop Rex though, so would you be willing to lend a hand? Accept the request. Of course, let's get him. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Like I said, the matter I want to discuss with you concerns a first year student by the name of Rex. Apparently he's been taking inappropriate photographs of girls without their permission. And to make matters worse, he's been exchanging them in shady deals with some of the other boys at the academy. Well, that definitely sounds pretty sketchy. In fact, it sounds like a blatant violation of the academy's rules. Indeed, it does. I'm not sure exactly what kind of photographs they are or what he's exchanging them for, but the fact he's violating the rules of the academy is clear. If he keeps it up, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up suspended or even expelled. And that's why I want to stop him before it's too late. That's true, he's practically doomed if the instructor or the ghost himself find out about this. Speaking of which, have you tried discussing this with Rex in private? I've asked about it a few times in passing, but he's always plays innocent. I assume you think it's safe to continue as long as he doesn't get caught in the act. See, in that case, let's catch him in the act, bust him while he's exchanging his photos. I wish I didn't have to come to this, but I don't think we have any other choice at this point. But a word of warning, he's been extremely vigilant lately. I think I might have raised the issue one too many times and put him on guard. Which is why I'm going to ask you to catch him for me. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Rex and I might be from different social classes, but I've always seen us as friends who share a mutual trust. All I want is for him to understand what he's doing and stop, but it does make me sad that it's come to this. We'll just have to hope that catching him in the act will give us the chance to show him what he's doing is wrong. I suppose you're right. Either way, he seems to have a number of pre-arranged spots where he conducts these deals. I managed to work on 2 of them so far. The first of them is behind a storage building in the field, and the other is near the old schoolhouse. Those spots do seem secluded enough to get away from some shady business. There's a good eye for these things. You're going to want to be careful when trying to get near him, though he's a knack for sensing danger. Tread very lightly. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll start looking for him in the 2 spots he mentioned. Yeah. What before? Let me look. Okay. Wir können sogar hier kaufen. Können wir vor dem 26. kaufen, also sollte es hier drin sein schon. Issue 4 war das, genau. Imperial Chronicle, Issue 4. Haben wir, gut. Red Moon Rose. Da muss ich nochmal genau gucken, wo die sind. Wann. Okay, wir haben jetzt wieder einen einzelnen Library, wo wir holen Kinder. Machen wir doch gleich mal, dann können wir die lesen. Give me coffee. Laura. About how to improve your swimming form, it's kind of confusing without someone to show you the motions though. Maybe Laura could have lived that? Yeah. She knows a lot about stuff. Maybe I should recommend this to her. Und letzte Buch. For Gaius. Oh, I spoke with guys all over. I should tell him about it later. Okay. Academy Field. The check is here. Oh man, this picture's great. Rex, you're an artist, a genius even. I don't mean to brag, but you're totally right. I am a genius. Found him, looks like Fidelio hit the nail right in the head. I just need to see how the deal go down. So have you got the goods? Of course, man. I brought some top quality stuff. Now we're talking. Let's get. Hold up. What's going on, Rex? Don't tell me it's that Fidelio guy again. Now it's not him. It's just a feeling. Let's split for now. We'll meet back up Area B. Got it? Got it. Why do you get so quiet all of a sudden? What the? They're gone! Wait, did he sense I was here and run away? She seems to be right over these boxes by the looks of it. So this is what Fidelio meant about him being really good at sensing danger. He'd be a tough one to catch. It's not going to happen if I waste my time sitting around here, though. Better find out where he went. Dürfte jetzt am Old Schoolhouse sein. Oh, hey you! Oh, hey Patrick. I see you had hard at work against the student council's airboy. I can hardly imagine a more fitting role for the ringleader of a class of misfits. He almost seemed kind of down after last month, like he regretted what he said. But it looks like we're back to the old Patrick again. What are you smiling about? I hope you're not expecting an apology for what I said last month, because if so, you'll be waiting for a long time. I admit, losing my composure like that wasn't befitting of my status as a member of the nobility. But yeah, I get it. I don't feel bent out of shape or anything, so let's just put it behind us, okay? Trying to feign nonchalance, are you? I always have to be the cool one, don't you, Schwarzer? No matter, I'll leave you to take whatever menial chores you've been saddled with today. But I have no intention of letting you get the better of me again in the classroom or in combat, so be ready. What was that all about? I guess it means he really has been dwelling on what happened last month this whole time. Maybe it's not half bad after all. Yeah, but it still takes a whole ass game for him to change finally. So, da hinten. There it is, the same guy from before with him too. You should have the pictures in hand, so now would be the time to ask. Sorry, did you have a minute? What's that? Have you got a new customer? Nah, I'm pretty sure that's Reem from class 7. You know the guy who's always helping at the student council? Damn, we just about closed the deal too. He might have been the one you noticed earlier then. No doubt about it. And he's headed straight for us. We can't let him see the stash though. What are we gonna do? He's already pretty close. Don't worry, I've got a plan. If we make it out of here alive, we'll meet a point. See you ready? Yeah. I've got some questions for you too. Whoa, what you doing over there in the reading swimsuit, Elisa? Are you serious? Wait, Elisa? Why would she even be in a swim? Son of a... He's Such an idiot. And they're gone already. Well, they're fast, if nothing else. They got me good this time. It didn't even seem like they'd finished the trade, though. I've been to the places Fidelia mentioned, but it seems like they have another meeting spot. They want a place no one will find them. Maybe like a building that's not used very often. I'd best start searching, though, then. Das ist nicht der Old School House, das weiß ich. Maybe Auditorium? Nein? Oh, es ist geschlossen. Oh, maybe he found his way in here. It's open. Nice, I'll take this one. Well then, it was a pleasure doing business with you. Seriously, again? Okay, got to go later. Wait up, Rex. Okay, hand it over. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, but you shouldn't have that photo. Guess I'm sunk. Fine, here you go. Being confiscated, the offending photo. Is this President Tower? I'm a big fan, alright, but you got a problem with that? Not exactly. I wasn't really sure what to expect when I heard that Rex was taking an appropriate photo spot. This is just a picture of her working like she always does. Isn't it great? It's so in a natural habitat. How can you heart not melt when you see that sweet look of determination? Seeing a picture like this is an art, and you can't deny that Rex is a master of his craft, can you? Can you? Well, I really can't. But you still took this photo without permission, so... Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I handed it over. But are you sure you should be standing here talking with me while Rex gets away? Yeah, good point. I can tell that he's still somewhere in the auditorium, though. Seems like he's planning on hiding out in here and hoping to leave. I've got some bad news for you, Rex. Either way, I better not catch you buying candid photos again. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Das Ding mal oben. Ist zumindest hier rumgelaufen. Vielleicht auch. Also wird zumindest nicht angezeigt. Also denke, da muss ich ihn suchen. Ich denke mal oben. Ja? Auf der einen Seite hoch. Aha! Hatte ich noch nicht gesehen von der anderen Seite. Sorry, Rex, it's over. There's nowhere to run. Just come quietly and brace for a lecture from Fidelio. How do you think to look up here? I am thorough. Alright, the game's up, Rex. I know all the photos you've taken without the subject's permission. And I don't even think about holding on to the photo quartz you used to take them. Fine, this is all I've got left, though. Fiona took the photographs and photo quartz from Rex. Wow, they're remarkably varied, aren't they? And it looks like there are even more in the photo quartz, too. Well, yeah. These are really nice photos, though I'm surprised. So am I. They're all very characteristic of the girls featured in them. I really convey each girl's individual charms. So you like them too? Then they're beautiful photographs, I'll give you that. So? But it doesn't change the fact that they were taken without the girl's permission. It doesn't matter how well taken are pictures if it's the subject doesn't want to be photographed. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say, don't you? I guess, yeah. By the way, it heard that you were exchanging them with some of the other students. That's right, I'm afraid we're going to need to ask you to give us whatever you traded for, too. Fine. Rex handed Fidelia some magazine. It's full of pictures of girls. Well, at least he wasn't signing up for Mira. So, now what happens to me? If the photos were too risky, I was going to tell you to leave the club. But I think I know just the way to put this all behind us. Fidelia tore up the photographs and put the photo quartz under a bright light, utterly destroying the photographs on it. No, all my hard work, all my blood, sweat and tears. Compared to having the instructors find out about what you were doing, this is a cakewalk. Well, that's true. And anyone other than Fidelia would have forgiven me for what I did either. Well, you're a top-notch photographer, after all. I know you do great things if you put your mind to it. You really think so? I'm sorry I haven't been coming to the club for a while, too. As long as you realize what you did was wrong, I have no intention of harping on the matter any further. Looks like everything's okay between them now. That's a relief. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you to stop taking pictures of girls, but make sure you got the permission in the future, okay? I am sure the photographs you take will turn you out even better that way. Okay. Oh, yeah.